Hey everybody, this is Matthew, giving you another update about my deep brain stimulation. I'm finding out that these updates help inform people of what DBS is and what it's like, and more about Parkinson's and what is used in strategies to fight against it. So, to help inform the public is part of my mission as a Parkinson's activist. So, here we go with another one. Well, I'm in between what I'm calling stages 2 and 3. I talked about stages 1 and 2 before, but you can see from this image in the Cleveland Clinic that there's leads that go deep into the brain, and part 2 is connecting those leads to what's called a pacemaker for the brain underneath the skin. And then I didn't realize that there's a part 3, which is turning it on, which doesn't happen as soon as they put it in. And so I've been waiting almost a month from the second surgery until the point where they're going to turn it on. Why do you have to wait so long? I don't know exactly, other than it's taking time for my body to get used to this unit. They just want things to kind of calm down and heal up a little bit before they do that. So you can tell from the image that there are leads going on both sides, but I just have one on one side, and so that's a little bit different than the picture. So a couple of things. First of all, I've got a pretty good doozy of a scar here. So the unit is down there, and I can sort of feel the outline of it. It's not real noticeable, which is pretty cool. And obviously the scar will get better with time. I have a rechargeable unit, which means I'm going to put a power pack around my neck, maybe once or twice a week. And it just lies right there over top of the unit and charges it. And so I'll be doing that once a week. I think a rechargeable was a better option than one that doesn't have to be charged. Because rechargeable ones last up to 15 years, which is a long time. But the ones that have to be charged sometimes run out at 5 to 7 years, and so you have to have it replaced and kind of go through all this again. And don't want to do that. So, a couple of things I've learned about DBS that I just wanted to share with you. First of all, you got to be patient. You know, it's been almost 9 months from when I went through the first hoop, which was the barium swallow, up until this point, or a couple weeks from this point, where they're going to turn it on. So it's been a long road, and I appreciate everybody's support and prayers at every point about it. The second thing maybe is that the recovery's not as bad as I thought it might be. So that's good. I wasn't in the hospital long, only one night for both surgeries, and I didn't lose a lot of stamina. I haven't been in a lot of pain. I'm fortunate that I don't get sick over anesthesia, which is pretty good. But overall, the recovery's been going pretty well, and I'm glad for that. The third thought is that I've been playing a lot of mind games lately. So almost every time I have a tremor or some other symptom, you can see my tremor's going pretty good at the moment. I wonder if the unit's going to stop it. And so I've been playing this game all like, well, now this thing's going on. Is the unit going to stop that? This is not a cure for Parkinson's. DBS only handles a few of the symptoms, and so I have to be careful about the mind games. For instance, facial masking is part of the deal. And you may not notice it a lot, but I have a less expressive face than I used to. And if you know me or have known me for a long time, you know facial expression's a big deal to me. So, the last thing I'm learning is that I'm kind of vain. I haven't been super happy about the idea that I'm going to have these scars, which, if you remember last time, had the staples in and looked a lot worse. But it's healing pretty well, as you can see. Of course, I've got this doozy of a scar here. But I'm just vain enough to like, oh man, it's kind of Frankensteinish here on my head. But hey, there's a greater good. There's a bigger cause. And I just have to remember that. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement. I've heard from so many people, and I really appreciate it. I'm waiting on this last stage, which is to turn it on. And of course, I'll give you an update about how well it's treating my Parkinson's symptoms.